Tuesday, April the 3rd edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here with you, and we have another pretty quiet weather day around our region as a whole today. But some big weather changes coming. A huge temperature turnaround's on the way as we get toward the end of this week. I'll spend a lot of time talking about that as today's edition of the video unfolds. Let's look at the radar imagery this morning and notice some showers and storms along the Gulf Coast. That was what was moving through southeastern Louisiana right over the New Orleans area during the National Championship game activities yesterday evening. And this activity back into Texas and Oklahoma, that's with our system that'll actually get here Thursday and Friday behind a cold front that arrives by late tomorrow and tomorrow night. Kind of a complex setup. We had one backdoor cold front move through. That is stalled out temporarily off to our south. An area of low pressure right about there, another one developing right about there. There's another cold front stretching down like that. And what will happen is this front lifts back north as a warm front. It'll be a very warm day around here tomorrow, and then we get this cold front move through, and it turns much cooler by Thursday and Friday. Here's a look at the severe weather reports from yesterday and last night. A lot of hail, I should say a lot of wind reports rather, through eastern Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Southern Arkansas, a couple of wind reports as well, one in northern South Carolina, one in eastern Tennessee. There's your severe weather outlook areas for today. A big slight risk over the Ohio Valley, another one back in the plains. And then your day 2 severe weather outlook focused on the lower Mississippi Valley. As that next system I mentioned moves eastward. In the upper levels, here's what's going on. Again, there's a lot of activity. There's your piece of energy moving into the southern plains. And watch what happens here as we get out to Thursday evening. You're going to have a cold front, which will be off to our south, and then a couple of pieces of energy trying to interact, and that'll determine how much rain we see in that Thursday to Friday time frame. And then next week, the European and now the GFS on board too, with this big trough developing by the middle part of the week that would deliver a pretty good shot of chilly air. And let's talk about today. It's going to be a day with most of the North Carolina, Piedmont, and foothills dry during the daylight hours, although the mountains will see some storms. And those storms that do form in the mountains this afternoon will likely get blown eastward into parts of the foothills and the Piedmont this evening. And this is a look at the SBC Wharf Valley this evening. You see some of those showers and thunderstorms making it out of the higher elevations and down into the lower elevations this evening. Tomorrow, as the cold front approaches from the north, as that front sags in, you're going to have a pretty good chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. There's that low pressure waiting in the wings out west. And then here's the deal Thursday evening. That front is to the south of North Carolina. If you look at the wind directions here, the front is right about there or so. So that's much cooler air filtering into the north of the front, and some rain spreading in. So it looks like Thursday will be a day with clouds, some showers at times, and a lot of Piedmont highs only in the low and mid-50s, and then even cooler for Friday. GFS keeps the rain around most of the day. I think at least in the morning there'll be some showers around. Look at that cold air damming setup. And going to be a day where I think a lot of foothill and Piedmont spots are in the 50s for highs there on Friday. It's been a while since we've had a day that felt like that. Easter weekend itself, though, Saturday looks like lots of sunshine. Now, it will be a chilly start to Saturday. Some lows in the low 40s, probably some upper 30s in the traditionally cooler spots. Highs, though, Saturday well into the 60s, and it looks like at least some low 70s for most of us Easter Sunday. And again, a pretty chilly start to Sunday morning. So for the sunrise services out there, probably going to need the jackets. A little bit of a chilly start. Now, let's look later on in the next week. This is Monday. It's like a pretty quiet day overall, some highs in the 70s, but here we are Tuesday evening. That is the GFS. And what you're looking at here, low pressure there near the coast of North Carolina and strong cold air advection getting underway. That's a kind of almost a setup you'd expect to see in wintertime in terms of the degree of the cold air advection there. And the European, there it is, in remarkably good agreement considering we're looking at a 192-hour model plot. So looks like probably a pretty good shot of some chilly air around Wednesday and Thursday of next week. So just be aware of that. Keep that in the back of your mind. For those of you with some plants in the ground, you might have to wind up covering those up next week. And we'll see. There might be a few areas that kind of flirt with the frost range on Saturday or Sunday morning. We'll see how that kind of plays out. All right, that is it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.